Stars, we are here again, back to give you updates on what is happening in Ghana. This segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone prepare for you. Whatever gadgets you're looking for, just go to Franco and they have got you covered. My name is Roslyn Felly, and of course, you know I'm not here alone. I'm here with the man K to the M to the J.
Yeah, and a big thank you once again to Franco Trading Enterprise. There's been serious things that they've been doing here in the country, making sure that we get to have the best of gadgets, and all you have to do is to go there and grab something for yourself. Franco Trading Enterprise says still phone, papa, your television, your air conditions. If you want to also buy CCTV cameras, I mean, we've got them in all shapes and sizes. Very, very affordable as well. And so we're looking forward to doing business with you this Christmas season. You want to change your television screen to the biggest of inches, please come to us. So refrigerators, we've got them as well. And so make sure that you're definitely coming and getting yours also. A lot of people have been there already, and trust me, customer service is top notch. It's only Franco Trading Enterprise that gives you the very best of customer service. So please make your way there and grab something from us. Go to www.francotrading.com and you can get all the info you need from us. Please do not pick any number on social media to do business with us. Do well and call the numbers you see on your screens and speak to us and do business with us. Yeah. Rosalind, we've got into it.
So today we are going to do the newspaper review, and we need you to actually send in your messages to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. Like you always do, you know, we've been sending you the messages all this while. Let's keep it coming, and let's hear your voice. So what do you think about the outcome of the elections? Of course, we do have a new president-elect. He hasn't been sworn in yet, so we still have a sitting government. We have a sitting president, sitting vice president. Nothing has changed yet until the 7th of January. But I want to hear your voice this morning. Now, this morning, again, we are not here alone. This man we have missed. It's been a long time since we saw him. I think it's about, what, a year and a half. Yaw Yeboah. He's part of the NPP communications team this year. Good morning, Yaw.
Good morning.
How are you?
Well, and yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. Now, thank you very much. Where have you been?
Around. We've been around. The work is out there, so we have to reach out to the people and make sure that we bring everybody on board. By the grace of God, we have time on our hands now, so we'll be able to also start the TV and radio communication. But, at a point, we realized that we need to go to the grounds and make sure that we amass the necessary vote for Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia. Unfortunately, that was not enough, but life goes on, so we have to come back and then re-energize the base of the party and see how best we'll be able to work together.
It looks like there's a lot of work to be done, and I'm happy that most of the party, not most of them, almost everybody seems to understand that we have really given ourselves away, like we could have done better, you understand, and so communications-wise, everybody is now, as much as possible, understanding and thinking about re-strategizing, just so we're able to come back again. But in the next 4 years, coming back will be determined by what happens in the next 4 years as far as the president-elect is concerned. How are we dealing with the loss in the first place?
Thank you. First of all, let me say hello to your teaming viewers and NPP faithfuls. And then let me say good morning to Hajia Jemima Musa, who happens to be the safety fire officer at Tamale, that is the northern region. Let me say hello to my constituent, Asanema Swakroso. In fact, I might say you have a beautiful studio here.
Thank you. Oh, your first time coming here?
Yeah, it's first time coming here.
Oh, it's been over a year since we moved here.
Yes. I remember while you are preparing to move, we're coming back.
Right.
This is the first time. It's a beautiful, and it's good that I still have you, beautiful people all the time.
Yes.
First, it's not going to be an easy task looking at the overwhelming support for the current president. 56.5.
Yeah.
Is overwhelming, even though it looks, if you look at the population, the voter population, it looks as if majority didn't turn out to vote, but those who turned out, given 56.5%, it tells us from the NPP that we have a lot of work to do. But before we go to the work, we have to do an autopsy into the dead body there. We have to understand why we failed monumentally. This humiliation must be well dealt with. And me, personally, I think by now, for the respect for the party foot soldiers, for the respect for our tradition, the national executives and the regional executives should be signing out now. What are you still doing there? Look, I'll say this. Their faces even provoke the party faithfuls. Their faces alone.
The national executives and the
from regional executives. Look, I'll show you pictures where I've been crossing rivers, going to churches and mosques to campaign for doctor. I will tell you, some of our parliamentary candidates could not even go back to their constituent to campaign.
Why?
When they voted for you, and any time they call you, you are busy. Now you have PAs who were never in the trenches with them, who never campaigned for you, but today they find themselves in your offices. They will come from Tamale, they will come from whatever it is to see you, and these PAs in your office will tell them that you are busy. And look, imagine coming from all the way from Yendi to come to Accra to see your MP. And because you want to come early so that you have time for you, by 6 o'clock, you travel 9 hours from Yendi to Accra. By 6 o'clock, you're in Parliament, and the PA tells you to sit down. And you sit for almost another 9 hours, 5 p.m., and you've not seen your MP. Will you go back to this person to ask him to vote for you? So we won't let it lie that. We will do a proper analysis into why we gargantually failed. And those who are responsible, let me tell you, they will not go scot-free.
The party is ready to take
Who is the party? We are the party.
And deal with people who did not.
Let me tell you. Look, very soon, you see the NDC got the tax on the street. The NPP tax will chase them in their houses.
Really?
I am telling you.
Chase who in their houses?
The party executives. They will chase them.
To do what?
To do what? To account to them. I can tell you now that even resources that were supposed to be for the election in their houses.
So they didn't, are you saying...
Do you know that...
The resources, yeah, I just want to know this. Let's clarify it. Are you saying that the resources that were meant to be used for campaign
go to the constituency
and not given out to the people?
My dear, we are angry. Go to the constituency. Go to the polling station. Why do we have polling station executives? Go and ask them if they were resourced enough to go into this election. Go there. Yeah, I won't come and sit here and pretend that look, we fail to energize the people. So I don't know why is it that they are saying that Alhaji just said that we gave power. Amanda wonders. Is that Alhaji? Why? Because the people who were supposed to go out and vote for us didn't turn up.
Let me ask you this. Don't you think that the Ghanaian populace were not happy with the administration and not your national executives?
When you say Ghanaian populace, are the NPP people not part of it?
No, but we are looking at the numbers that turned out to vote.
The numbers that turn out to vote. So if you want to do a proper, NPP talks about their strongholds, which is in the Ashanti region and in the Eastern region. For the first time in the history under the Fourth Republic, we've recorded 33% from Ashanti region. And you are telling me that it's because you could not even reach out to your own people. When you are asking party executives at the grassroots, who are the polling station officers to pay before they get jobs.
So the money we're giving to them, and some people the executives sat on the money.
That is what I'm saying, that very soon, you will hear the voices of the real NPP people. They will chase them. Very soon.
But do you think the administration did well? That's the Nana Akufo-Addo.
We are now talking about NPP.
Okay, so you want to talk about...
Let me deal with the New Patriotic Party. We are dealing with the New Patriotic Party.
Okay.
With Nana Akufo-Addo, the president and his government, we will come to that.
Okay.
Okay, let's try and see some of the reports that have come from the newspapers, the front pages.
Yeah.
And then we'll continue. We're also expecting Adele to join us this morning as well for this conversation. So as and when he's here with us, so he's going to be also part of the conversation. But let me start off with the Daily Graphic. The front page says that first transitional meeting today, President Akufo-Addo Mahama confer. That's captured on the front page of the Daily Graphic. And also Mahama appeals for calm, condemns attacks on public property. Jinapor Ubin declared winners by EC, Okwe, 3 year others to seek redress in court. And some people still don't believe that they lost and they want to actually go to courts and settle it over there. Don't despair, victory is possible in 2028. And that's Paomia saying so. So that's encouraging enough.
Victory is possible if the
2028
government fails. If the government fails. So that's
but
what
is the
I
government
wanted.
right now ready
So that's
to
what
fail?
I wanted Yaw to answer to, because as much as, yes, you had a low voter turnout in the Ashanti region, is it because of your executives, or it's more because you had, you failed the people? Because there's a difference between me failing the people and the executives holding money. If I'm not happy with development, you told me, you promised me development. You promised that, things will be better in the economy. You promised me jobs and I didn't get the jobs. Is it about that? Because the party executives or the party members, how many are they? And if you don't sort out the party people, what about those who are the floating voters? Are they happy? So these are the things that we ought to look out for, because let's not forget that the number of people that voted is also not that little like we think. If he can win, if John Dramani Mahama can win with over 1.6 million Ghanaians, then there's something wrong as well. Not to do with just the party, but what happened in the government.
So I'm thinking that it has to do with the movement of the party executives to the grassroots to do the campaign. So you've got things that are supposed to be given to them so they're able to move to all these places to campaign.
You don't think they're above campaign?
My brother, let me help my sister.
Yeah, please come in.
So what was the
before
social...
you come in, let me Adele. Yes, Adele Umar Ibrahim is here to represent the NDC, and he's finally happy. I saw you on TV. You are the EC office.
All of them were there.
Everyone saw me.
Yeah.
They were activating body cams.
To the extent that Adele was actually using himself as a body barrier.
Body barrier. I tell you, I never knew my brother.
Body cameras. Do you have your body camera on you? Let me be sure.
Activate body cam.
These guys use some strategy on the NPP, and I think it worked for them.
Did you guys have body cams though?
They never did.
It was a strategy.
I understand it was a code.
And it worked.
Strategy.
So you used it against the digitalization people.
Wow, sure.
So,
Oh boy.
Yes, Yaw.
Yeah.
let me congratulate my brother and the NDC
Thank you.
for the overwhelming victory
Thank you.
in December. And then let me also congratulate His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. He's done well. Now, back to what the social contract between what did we tell Ghanaians when we were seeking power? The first thing that has been on the lips of NPP from 2008 rather than to 2016 when Ghanaians gave us the power was our quest to ensure that school-going children have access to education without costs. That was the first social contract without Ghanaians. As we speak, have we been able to deliver or not? Notwithstanding the teething problems that we have. We all have challenges and even our personal lives when we're beginning anything. But the truth is that, have we been able to deliver? Yes. The next thing, you're talking about infrastructure and co. Haven't we, if you ask yourself, kilometers of roads, housing? We have. My issue is that the people who rally behind you, who are the party that gave birth to them, don't forget it's the party that gave birth to government. Don't forget that. It's the party first. So when a party gives birth to you, the government, you decide that, oh, I have a government, so the party is no longer important. The outcome is what you saw on December 7th. Look, you need the party as a vehicle to go into an election. Ask Adele. Your government can do all the work. Let me tell you, free SHS we're talking about, go to Volta region where we dropped from 14% to 9%. Are you telling me that they are not beneficiaries there? They are. Go to the north, they are. But you have to take care of your core members. The vehicle you are going to use to reach out to the people. In 2016, people were crossing the Ankobra rivers to reach out to Kutu Krom and Co. just to bring out people to vote. Where are those people? After the work, now somebody wants to load himself on the party. So people who did not find them on the trenches, and now people, some of them even arrogated to themselves the positions of prime ministers.
Who are some of these people?
Look, we will get there. Let's not...
This position that you are talking about, was it not people that said that he was, but because he never actually said he was?
Your description is entirely yours. But I'm
But
talking
inside,
but
inside the party, that would
Let me
Inside
tell
the
you
party.
something.
Okay,
Let me
tell
tell
us.
you.
Just
So
tell
let's not...
But we'll give you 2 more minutes to land
Okay.
so that we can move to Adele.
So let's be very gracious with the people and admit that we fail our members. We fail the NPP loyalists. Let me tell you, the last day to this election, me that I have been toiling all over will come to Accra and I'll request for logistics T-shirt. And somebody that a party executive has kept at the White House will tell me that if you don't give me money, I won't give you the T-shirt.
Really? Your own party?
Oh, yes.
For what reason?
Look,
they don't have some, or they have it. But
it is there. It is there. The young man, if he's watching me,
Why don't you mention his name?
his name is Asamoah.
What is Samuel?
What position does he hold? He's in charge of logistics?
He's just at the... He's not even in charge of the logistics.
Asamoah what? Can you mention his full name? Is it possible?
That's the name. Look, don't worry if you... I'll give you...
No, I'm saying this because we have...
So that's what they know him in the party.
Within the MPP that we are talking about, they know who the Asamoah is. We don't have thousands of Asamoah at the White House where we have the party logistics. So
Okay, so he's the one who is solely responsible for that.
I am telling you.
He asked you to give him money before he gives you the
Yes.
that you were going to use to campaign for the
He
party.
requested for 1,000 Ghana cedis.
He didn't know you were an MPP communications
He
member?
didn't know. He didn't know. I bet he knew. He didn't. The guy who brought the things to my house, I gave him 500. This guy called me back to ask me that, senior, I am telling you.
All right. Well,
And these are cronies, these are people close to our executives. And this is the quantum of disrespect they showed out to the party members. And you expect them to come out and vote.
All right, yeah, well...
So for their respect, my dear, hold on.
Just a minute, please, because we have to use the time. I'm begging you. So just a minute so that we can move to Adele. Please make your point in a minute. I'm begging you.
It's okay.
Thank you.
So what that I'm saying is that they should have the decency enough to say, oh, we have, look, if not even in 96, that NPP will have this a monumental failure in any election. 41%, you people should just come down and say, look, we have failed you people. This party should not pay a dime in paying these people in office. What are they doing? The MPP should not pay one peso to anybody. What are they doing? What leadership have they showed for us to still continue to pay them? They should go back to the party head office and return our resources, the vehicles. They should move away from the houses the party has bought for them. They should move out. All of them, from the regional executives to the national executives.
All right, thank you, Yaw. Let's move to Adele. Adele, once again, congratulations to you. I don't know if KMJ has any questions for you. Now we know that you're a body shield, and so when I'm looking for anybody to shield me, I'll call on you any day, anytime. Come and shield me.
Rosalind,
I think we want to take a look at a video. I think we want to take a look at this video. Let's all watch the video.
Rosalind, come on. Seriously?
Yes, we want to see the video. Adele Umar Ibrahim, the latest body shield in town. He was even comforting the presiding officer.
I can't believe you guys did this.
Unwavering support. My brothers and sisters, I come before you tonight as your president-elect to again express my deepest gratitude for your unwavering support in Saturday's election. This is a moment of hope, unity, and opportunity for our great nation. However, I must address a matter of urgent importance tonight. Transitions from one administration to another create the impression of a vacuum of power, and certain people are easily compelled to act in their own parochial interest instead of the national interest. I've received reports of attacks on state offices and installations. While it's unclear who is behind these attacks, I condemn them in no uncertain terms. These acts must cease immediately. As I said during my post-declaration speech, I urge the youth not to vent their frustration in criminal enterprise. Instead, they must channel their anger and frustration into the positive enterprise of resetting and rebuilding our beloved nation. I urge all our citizens to remain calm and avoid actions that could harm our institutions and our democracy. We have fought hard for change, and now is the time to demonstrate our commitment to rebuilding the Ghana we want through unity and understanding. Because state power is still in the hands of the present administration, I call on the President and the security agencies to act decisively to curb the ongoing acts of lawlessness immediately. I thank you, my fellow citizens, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. My brothers and sisters.
All right, so this is what the president-elect of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, had to say with regards to what is happening in town. Yeah.
I requested for this video because I want to look at the people of Ghana and basically say something to them. And I mean, if you're watching me this morning, this is basic. You fought, you cried, you made all the noise, you said you were struggling, food is expensive, blah, blah, blah. God listened to it after 8 years. It has been given to you. Why are you still fighting? What's the fighting for? Like, on a serious note, why are you fighting? What is, I mean, okay, so you want to have a better life, you want to, you know, be able to move, so you're expecting that the president should come and build schools and hospitals and roads. And the little resources that is available is supposed to come back into helping us. And you're burning EC offices that he has to come and look for money and rebuild. Right? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You all need to start thinking. Stop it. I mean, we have said that we're better. We're better. From all standards. We say, no matter what it is, we're not the same. I remember when the former NPP Freddie Blay, chairman, said in 2016 that they can't stop their people because their people are moving into the offices to protect the looting. It is not for you. It is not for you. Take your time. In those offices you're going to, the places that you're creating the mayhem, remember, 1.6 million people have voted for us. In those offices that you're burning, there are people in there who voted for you. Rosalind, having said that, we have a lot of work to do. When I was coming, I was listening to you, I was listening to KMJ. Things need to change. Like, we can't feel the people. There's no space for it. Every single thing we can do to help, we have to make it happen. And for me, I think that this is the time all of us need to come to. Palgrave is not here today. Why? Why is that?
Yeah, I was here.
I know, but he's not here because he's not comfortable.
No, he's not feeling well.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
And I'm not saying...
it's also not comfortable.
No, because he may have received... I'm saying this because I'm privy to something, and it's based on the conversation we're having right now, that he's privy to an information that makes him feel threatened to come out and sit in the media house. Because people are probably, reaching out to him. It doesn't have to happen. Let him come sit down. This is the time we can ask... I would have been asking Palgrave questions this morning, and we'll probably be laughing together, It's one family. The people that need to be dealt with will be dealt with, whether we like it or not. So this goes to the President, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, to the Vice President, to all the NPP executives, to the security services. We're asking you to use minimal force. You can understand that there's a little bit of temper, but use minimal force. We are calling on the President to make sure that the right things are done. As we speak, power still is in the hands of the President. Certain things can be done. But we're calling on our people, stop what you're doing right now. If you say that you believe in His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and you say that you voted for him and you want the right things to be done, the leader has spoken. Stop it.
Adele, 3 minutes more.
Now, Yaw, you can tout the free SHS thing. I keep telling you guys that, listen, what happened to us in 2016 was about to happen to you. The average Ghanaian wants the hospital. They want the roads. They want the schools. But most importantly, they want to be able to wake up in the morning and then walk and pay their school fees, pay their, hospital bills. They want to be able to pay their electricity bills. They want to be able to walk out there and then buy food, and know that they're okay. They don't want to get up and then have to decide to do 100 or 101. The truth of the matter is that you guys spoke too much. Bawumia spoke too much. The free education you're talking about, Education Watch is telling you that the average Ghanaian who has to keep their children in school are spending close to about 4,000 to 6,000 Ghana cedis in the boarding house. What you said was that all the kids needed to do was to get up in the morning, carry their school bags, and then go to school. Everything will be taken care of. Everything. Now, look at this. So you have a school fees, you have prospectus. You're saying you want to help the poor. There's school fees, there's prospectus. Inflation has hiked all the way to the top. So what it means is that a school bag that you could have probably gotten at 80 cedis, now you have to buy it at 250. What that means is that the prospectus has automatically become expensive. If you truly, truly want to make it free, what makes you think that the poor person who lives in Bumpuru, who has gotten admissions in Achimota School, is capable of raising 4,000 to 6,000 Ghana cedis to buy all those things in order to get to school? Certainly not. If you want to make it free, make it free. People are buying uniforms. People are buying house dresses. People are buying books. Some parents are buying chairs. Let us admit it's a failure. You want to reorganize your party, you can do that. We need a formidable force.
Can we say that it's not a failure, however, they had some challenges, which is accepted?
Rosalie, you see, the reason
because
why...
a failure is when you start
Rosalie,
and you are not able to do at all.
Rosalie,
but if you say that, yes, they were doing it, but there were some challenges.
At least the policy worked to some extent.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, no problem. Rosalind, work is calculated in a certain way. Yaw and I sitting here today, we went to school. We studied together. When we're tasked to move this table to that place, and we stand here and we push and push. We're supposed to move it behind the camera. We push. 30 hours, 40 hours, 50 years, 80 years. And this table doesn't move to its destination. It's not calculated as work done.
No, but that's the thing. We are talking about people. We have beneficiaries out of this.
Rosie, I admit entirely. I admit, I'm coming. No problem. No, it's not 5 million. Listen, we've had that conversation. We're roaming around 3 million. But let's even say, granted, we're giving you 5 million. I'm saying that.
So
you have to.
Your even figure. So if you admit.
Let's say 3 million, okay? But I'm saying that if you want, we can give him 10 million. But you see, that is not the conversation. The conversation is that the average student wants to be able to go to school, and their parents don't need to worry about their eating expired rice. They don't need to worry about their kids coming to school and sleeping on the floor. The parents want to know that their kids are in school and there's electricity, they don't have a problem. The parents want to be sure that their kids are in school and they will get the books that they want. They would have chairs to sit on. The parents want to know that, yes, you promised me, but you're not just taking my child from me when I could have kept my child from me. You're not just taking my child from me, taking him to school, and then leaving him there without the peace of mind to be able to study. No. Teachers, lecturers in the University of Ghana are telling you that some of the students who came from free SHS are finding basic problems with numeracy. This is what you want. So it is not the populist. It's not the populist. No, don't worry. It's not the populist. So what I'm saying is that, listen, admit that you have failed to a certain extent. Admit that. If you admit that, like you indicated that in 2016, certainly, I mean, the NDC, we came back, sat down, thought about the fact that, yes, we didn't do certain things right. That is the beginning of healing. But, you know, the pain, I can understand. It's allowed. Bruising is allowed. You can do that for a while. But we don't have time for too much bruising. We need you guys to be back on set to help us do this in order for all of us to be okay. So what we're saying is that admit that there is a failure. When you admit that, then you can now start going to, okay, our executives should pack out of the office. This one should do that. This one should do that. Why are you asking them to pack out?
Okay, we'll come back to you, Ato.
Yes,
Now you wanted to make a point.
The good thing is that the good people of Ghana has given my brother and his party the mandate now. All the things they've said about free education, they've promised that they are going to have pizza, they are going to have a better life. They are not going to have issues with electricity, like he's saying. So for us, it's okay. An opposition party promised Ghanaians that they were going to give them at one-time health insurance premium, where once you pay once, for the rest of your life, you will never what? Pay again. After 8 years of their stewardship, we could not experience it. Did you? Did you? When the NDC, led by Professor John Evans, Vivian Thomas, and John Mahama, promised Ghanaians that President Kufuor and his administration were so wicked to the people of Ghana, when in fact we inherited cash and carry. After introducing national health insurance, they told us that President Kufuor and his administration were the most wicked administration ever under the fort, if not even in the history of Ghana, and that they were going to give the people of Ghana one-time health premium. After 4 years of John Mahama and Nels, 4 years of John Mahama and Mr. Atta, none of us benefited from that, their key manifesto promise. He is sitting here. Akufo-Addo promise, and you all attest to, like he said, there are over 3 million, let me take this, 3 million Ghanaians who've benefited, yet he calls it a failure. So let's leave it there. The good people of Ghana has given them the mandate. Now, they've promised, and thank you, today, unlike 2009 or 2008, where we could not keep record, today there are video footages of all the promises that has been said. So please, trust me.
You doubt they'll be able to achieve those promises?
Don't put words.
No, I'm asking.
I'm saying that. Oh, but I have given you a reason to doubt, haven't I? I've given you a reason to doubt. So, like he said, we are not agonizing. Let me tell you, we are reorganizing. And all that I said, as part of the reorganization, there are certain phases they are not supposed to be there because it will make the reorganization of the party more difficult. So if I am saying certain people should leave, it's not because the anger of the people will be far too much in reaching. But I can trust him that this is the only political party that has gone in hibernation for a longer period than any other political party, yet we came back between 1972 to 2000. If you're looking for a party that has the ability to regroup, it is this new patriotic party, our tradition. So regrouping, rebuilding will not be a problem. But what I am saying is that this current crop of leaders has shown no leadership. And therefore, it will be good on their part and for that of the party to step aside so that there will be new breed, people who are more angry for success, people who are ready to work for the party. They should make way for them to come so that, because to be honest with you, we are not here to go, you did not call me for us to go into the nitty-gritties of this monumental failure that has begun us. We would have taken time to do a proper analysis. I get it. So for the NDC, they are in the honeymoon stage. Let me come to now the charge on their people. Let me tell you.
2 minutes more, though.
Thank you. When you go behind the scene, and tell them, go attack them, and you come and sit in front of the cameras and pretend, oh, stop, it won't help anybody. You sat here, and you are telling me and the populace that in 2016, Freddie Blay said what? You are same time, you are justifying the cause of your people by telling people that in 2016.
Don't worry, I'll explain further.
Freddie Blay said they were protecting
the officers.
So in reference, you are saying what your people are doing, they are also what? Protect. In 2016, did you see any NPP tax like you referred going to Techima police station? We saw it, it's in camera. We bring it. If you saw them vandalizing, attacking police personnel, military personnel, do you know the military, Ghana Force has issued a statement?
Yes, I know that.
Yes. In 2016, did you observe anything like that? Look at what happened in Ghana Gas yesterday. Go to Forestry Commission. Go to Forestry Commission and other state institutions. Like you admit, at the end of the day, the people has voted for you. Your own party tax decided to vandalize the whole Accra or the whole Ghana. It is whose loss?
But let me say this again, you know.
So if it is not good, like, you had the president-elect.
I want to ask you.
I'm coming,
now.
please. I'm coming.
Okay.
You had him. Let's not justify. Yesterday, my good brother, Yaw Yeboah Communications, Deputy Communications Director, Eric.
Okay.
Also posted what happened to him in 2016, showing his car screen that was crashed. You showed this to your people. What are you asking them to do?
It's inciting the people
You
to go
are
out there.
inciting them because it happened in 20. You have evidence you are posting out there. So you are encouraging your people to go out and visit mayhem to people. Yesterday, they said they were going to look for Owusu Bempah at Ghana Gas. So if you are going to look for Owusu Bempah and you go there, you see people's cars, like you said, those cars they were smashing, what shows they are for NPP people?
Anyway.
So my brother, it is nothing. And let's tell our people that please, stop it. Don't come and justify that in 2016, somebody said this, so they should do what?
Okay.
He probably didn't get me right. Let me say this and say it again. I'm saying that there was a premise. It's in every conversation there's a premise. I indicated that we're not like you. That's what I indicated.
This is what you said. You said no, Adele.
When you
said you are not like me, I'm coming.
When you are speaking, be fair. But you made reference to me and I sat here.
I'm begging.
You made reference to me and said things that I said, which I wasn't, happy with. But I sat down quietly.
That's fine.
So let me make the reference. I beg you. I'm saying that we're not like you. And the reason why I said we're not like you is that I made reference to who? To McMahon.
No. That is
Freddie Blay. And then I indicated to you. That is why I called for the video before. Because the President John Dramani Mahama, in the same situation, is calling his people to order. And I'm telling you that we're not like you because when your national chairman, as we speak, I don't know who else is speaking, but when your national chairman had the opportunity at the time, he said they were there to...
2016.
Please.
I'm giving that information.
He said they were there.
He was not the national
Join
chairman.
News. Okay, no problem. He wasn't. I'm saying that. Your party executives at the time
He was
said
not a party executive. You've mentioned Freddie Blay's name. And let's put it in proper...
Okay,
Freddie Blay
no problem. He wasn't an executive. No problem. He wasn't. But you cannot discount who Freddie Blay is in your party. You can't discount that.
I am not discounting.
Okay, so now let me...
You didn't act in that capacity.
Exactly, as a national chairman.
No problem. Let me proceed. I'm saying that given the opportunity, today, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is saying, this is unacceptable. He's called on the president, he's called on people that matter and asked them to what? To go in there and then do something. I made reference to Freddie Blay because I wanted to indicate that we're not the same. I won't sit here and tell anybody to go and attack anybody. It is totally unacceptable. It doesn't even make any sense. Because once the person succumbs, when you get yourself into a war and the person succumbs, there's no point going and still putting a gun on the person's head when he has surrendered. We have finished them. They are done. They are over. They have to now regroup. Now what we have to do is protect what is left. So in reference, I'm only saying that we cannot be the same. And Nyamiya Adoma, our people are listening. The right things will be done. It is unfortunate. There will definitely be some casualties. It is unfortunate. But I'm saying that this is not what we signed up for, and this is not what is going to happen, whether we like it or not. The other thing that I've also noticed is that the NPP is doing everything possible to try to provoke us to get... Look, let me say something to all our national communicators. All our communicators. This is not a time for arrogance. This is not a time for pride. this is not the time to lord yourself over everybody. This is the time to come all the way down to the level of people. This is the time to carry the people of Ghana along. This is the time to do forensics, to do the audits, and then come to a conclusion as to what the true state of the economy is so we can actually move on. No, I'm saying this because yesterday I was on Bullets TV, and then I had an NPP rep doing everything possible just to get me agitated, and they say, oh, look at them.
So are you trying
No. I'm saying.
Is this something that is guaranteed in a couple of months, weeks, years? We're going to have an NPP from NDC communicators behaving the way you want them to behave.
Here's what I have to tell you. Inshallah, I will not change. And inshallah, I know that there will be a lot of people.
Others will change?
I know there will be a lot of people who would also not change. I know that there will be certain people, whether you like it or not, who will probably toe that line. But I'm saying that I am hoping and I'm praying that once we continue to call the attention to it, together, all of us, call the attention to it, and I will continue to do that. Look, evil thrives when good people say nothing. That's what happens.
Oh, the silence of
the reason why the NPP has struggled, and you see, and that is my problem with you people, they find it difficult to just admit to the wrongs. You see, when there's a problem, admit, for example, like this morning, admit, we have failed as a government, because if you haven't, this abysmal performance, you wouldn't be looking at it. You're agitated, yes, you're right to be agitated, but there's a reason why, that agitation you're going through happened. So what happened? Admit it first. We didn't do the things right. Free SHS, we could have done it better. 1D, 1F, we could have done better. The National Cathedral, we could have probably looked at it. Admit the mistake. Then you're on a journey of healing. You're on a journey of trying to put things together and on a journey to bring. But once you, at this point, if you're still defending and saying, no, you're defending. If you sit here and you say, oh, we've done it. I'm saying that with that same free SHS, you're making reference to over 5 million people. The people still didn't step out to vote.
Adele,
there's a reason why they didn't step out to vote.
Adele, do you really listen to me when I started this whole conversation?
Yeah, so we have...
Wait, I'm coming. Rosemary.
Okay.
Did my brother really listen to me when I started this conversation? Don't come and create your own things here. I admit the challenges we face as a political party and a government.
No, I am making reference to the free SHS because that was what you raised.
It is the free SHS. Haven't we?
And yes...
Are you saying that we've not...
So, gentlemen, you hold on for me. Don't worry, we'll come back to it. I just want us to read some of the stories in the newspapers.
Well.
So we'll go to the Republic Press newspaper, the Republic Press. NDC thugs on a rampage. Ben Ayeswano EC office, seize government warehouses, attack Forestry Commission offices, and besiege GPHA office. This is very condemnable. This is unacceptable. And of course, we are asking the Ghana police to take action. And if need be, and the military has to step in, the military must step in, because this is a time where force must be applied. I'm sorry, but force must be applied for us to get some sanity in the system, and we will condemn it through and through. You cannot take power into your own hands and go and destroy government properties. It is unacceptable. If you are arrested, we will make sure that you go behind the bar. It will happen. Anyway, we'll continue. Julius Debra leads Mohammed's team, and CBG resumes Forex services. And this is what the newspapers are saying. KMJ, any more story in there?
So the Daily Dispatch is saying that we handed power to NDC. The figures they got in 2020 did not change in 2024. Ours dropped by 40%. Let us be united. That's about Miatu NPP supporters. I have agreed with Akufo-Addo on an early transition. It starts from today, says Mahama. And also the 6 record-breaking moments of 2024 elections. That is also captured page 1. You can read about it in the Daily Dispatch. And I think the story over here that says that we've seen the NPP actually continue to say that they handed power to the NDC. They didn't increase in any margin. It's just that VS dropped and all of that. Are there?
Yes.
Is that believable that Ghanaians still maintained what they wanted to give to the NDC? It's just that the NPP that didn't work so hard to be able to change the narrative.
Okay. So if you look at the votes that we had in 2020 as compared to the votes that we had this year, there is some difference. Aside the fact that there's some difference, you see, it is difficult to really indicate that part of the reasons why, or the NPP to basically just say that, oh, they basically just handed over power because
you didn't work for it.
Yeah, we didn't work for it. Because you can't basically just pinpoint every single person that voted in 2020 and those that voted this year. You cannot tell. Did you see what happened in Mantama? Did you see it? Mantama is a Ashanti region.
Yeah.
Did you see the people in the streets after, the declaration was
saw that video.
Yeah, that was in Bantama. So, in effect, what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, granted that we even give it to them and say, okay, no problem. The NPP, their people didn't vote and they are the ones who handed over power. Why is that? Why is that? Ultimately, because you didn't do things right. If your own people come out, if you have over 2 million people, let's say 1 million of them are NPP supporters who didn't come out to vote. Or let's even say, take all the 1.7. What your people are telling you is that between you and John Dramani Mahama, they prefer him. Why? Because he built KJT market. They'll sit in the house, they'll go and give it to you. You haven't. This is the phase 2 that you're supposed to complete. Till today, you haven't done it. These are the realities. So regardless, see, that is why I'm saying that. Until they come to admit that we did certain things wrong, whether it is the people of Ghana who voted or didn't vote, whether you handed over power to us or you didn't hand over power, bottom line, you didn't win the power. And you didn't win the power, if it is your own people, that is even more detrimental. Do you know why? Because if your own family members and your own people can be bold enough to say that, even though that one out there is not one of us, but we love him, and for whatever reasons, even if we choose, or we decide that we don't even love him, we would not waste our time to give it to the person that belongs to us. We would rather the other person takes it. I mean, that again is an indictment. So sit back, relook at it. Whether it is your people who gave us power, whether it is we who fought for the power, what we want to tell the people of Ghana, we've told them. If they bought into it and the NPP bought into it and then they decided that they want to stay in the house, at the end of the day, they still bought into our message. We have a responsibility to make sure that things are done in a certain way. That is our focus right now. If you want, you can even take all the 1.6 million, they are NPP members with party cards. And bottom line, the course of the country has to change. LI on mining we have to look at it. Free SHS has to be reorganized. Whatever it is that we have to do.
This LI 2462 is going to be repealed?
We have to.
The anti-LGBTQ bill is going to be
It will. Rosie, listen. He made reference to certain things that happened in 2000 and 2009, the premium and all of that on NHIS, that we had made promises in the past, and no one can sit here and say on authority that 100% of the promises that we made to the people of Ghana, we're going to fulfill 100%. But I can say something on authority. I can say that the John Dramani Mahama, and I keep saying this, that people saw in 2016, 2012, in 2020, it's not the John Dramani Mahama of 2024.
That's fine.
Trust me.
Look, put it on record.
I am saying this.
No, I said they should put it on
record. Yes, I'm on camera. Listen, the John Dramani Mahama of that time is not the John Dramani Mahama today.
Yeah.
The man is filled with two things. He's filled with holding the people in their government accountable for the things that they had done. And he's filled with...
we all agree. I said that one we all agree.
He's filled with the energy to, again, leave a legacy, so much such that the people of Ghana would know that that decision that they took in 2016 was not the best.
Okay.
So he's coming back to relive, to reorganize, to let the people of Ghana know that, when he said that he was better, he was actually better. These are the two things. I mean, he's loving you at the same time, but he's going to punish you for the wrong things that you have done at the same time. So we're saying that we are moving on course. LGBTQ, there is no way under high heavens. The National Chief Imam has spoken to him. In fact, if it doesn't happen, I'll be the first person to sit here and say it's unacceptable. We will do it. LI on mining the forest is there.
We'll do as it.
We would sign the LGBTQ. We would sign it. We cannot condone it. My son cannot come home and come and tell me that he has found a dog in town he wants to get married to. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. My daughter cannot come and tell me that she wants to marry a tree. So we're saying that we would sign it. It will be off the table. I can say, inshallah, I believe with certainty. Of course, this parliament passes. If we don't sign it, if this parliament passes, the process has to begin. But that is not a problem. Within the first year, something can be done. It can be done. We can be done with this. LI or mining, we need to look at it. Why? What will be my use in government if I have to come back home and open my taps? Exactly. What will be my use in government if I have to come back home and then open my taps and be drinking cyanide and mercury? Why should I be interested in this going on? So I'm risking my own kidneys in exchange for what? Exactly. Okay, so let's say I amass all the wealth. Do I live to enjoy it? There are some things money don't solve. Some things money don't
And the president is ready to put his presidency on the line for this?
I can't speak that. I can't say that for him. But I know that he has indicated, listen, there are some things that I'm even surprised that the NPP would have, basically delayed this. When you have the entirety of Catholic Church speaking, you have the National Chief Imam speaking, you have the Muslim Council speaking, you have all these elders in the country speaking and telling you, in fact, the Catholics took a walk.
Let's be fair.
Yes.
When, the president came out to say that he wanted to repeal the LI 2462 bill, that was when we saw Parliament go into recess. That's when we saw the brouhaha happening in Parliament. So Parliament hasn't been able to sit to repeal this bill.
True. Rosalind, between the time, the demonstrations and all those things that started, from the time that the people started speaking, what I'm trying to call your attention to is that the only time the president agreed and admitted to actually take that LI, to repeal that LI, was after the Catholic Church went on that walk. We didn't have to get there. I'm saying that when you admit that there's a problem and you admit that it is wrong, why do you allow us to come and hold your neck before you do the right thing?
But this bill was signed in Parliament. You had your members in Parliament.
What bill?
The LI 2462. It was signed when your members were in Parliament.
But no, Rosalind, between me and you, allies, those allies, they don't come, you don't vote. Once you lay it in Parliament, it takes 21 days, it takes effect. It was brought in by, it was brought in.
No, you could have
once it is laid in, the only person who can take it back out is the same minister who came to lay it. After 21 days, it is gone. I'm saying that, Rosie, we will do things differently. I am extremely hopeful, KJ.
Okay.
Rosie, I am extremely hopeful that things will be done completely differently. I am hopeful.
Okay.
Very well.
Right.
Let's have a thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise. News Flash is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. We're asking you to go there and grab some TV, grab some CCTV, make sure you get some phones. Christmas is here. Everybody's excited about it. Your friends will be looking forward to getting some gifts from you. You want to make your friends very happy by getting them a phone, a CCTV camera, a refrigerator. The best place you can get it is Franco Trading Enterprise. Quality, and we're talking about customer service, is the very best that you can get. So please do well and go grab something from there. Don't forget to call our numbers on your screens. Please do not pick any number on social media to call. And you can also go to www.francotrading.com on our website, and you can get all the info that you need over there as well. Rosalind will be getting some of the messages you've sent to us this morning, so we get to hear your thoughts on the issues that we're talking. This News Flash here on Prime Morning, here on a Wednesday. Do not forget that the transition team has been formed already, and we're looking forward. Now, somewhere on the front page of the back page of the Daily Graphic, the Peace Council has spoken about the transition, and it says that Peace Council hopeful of seamless transition process. That's what everybody seems to be looking out for. The list is out. We've got some of the members in the NDC. We've got some of the members in NPP all representing, and it begins today. So yeah, very, very interesting times ahead.
Yeah, very interesting.
I was even going to just finish, and then
not even allow me to
finish, and then I want to ask you
Yes,
something about the some of the things that they said. But you go.
Very good. First of all, let me. Without our take on the tax, the reason why the president-elect came out to talk to his people is that they have seen a widespread of misbehavior in his party. And this is making them very uncomfortable because this is coming out of what he told them. You remember when he was a candidate Mahama, he told his party that when it comes to unleashing mayhem, nobody does it better than the NDC. This is what he said. He said they are a party that was born out of revolution. And when it comes in unleashing mayhem on the citizenry, the NDC does it better than anybody. So the NDC tax knows that for them, they are expert in unleashing mayhem on the people. That is why so far, Electoral Commission offices has been bent down. That is why, so far, government installations, government warehouses has been looted. We saw them carrying fridges.
Can
Please,
I come in?
I'm coming.
No, I just want to come in before you complete what you were saying. So let's because it's actually live television and our viewers are watching, let's be clear on what he said. Now, with regards to what he said that if the NPP think that this is who they are, then they are first in doing that.
Thank you.
And so that is not the reason why these boys are on the street, because we haven't seen the NPP misbehaving anyway. So let's not say, because when we say it like that, it's as though, you know, they are on the street because of what the man said.
Please, here, I have just mentioned to you what some of their lead campaigners are putting out there. Eric J is a lead campaigner. So if Eric J tells us in 2016, this is what was done to me, we'll go and do misbehavior.
Do you have a full complement of what Eric said?
Please.
Do you have it? Adele, do you have it?
Was it the one that
if
they
it's a
showed?
lie. If I said the guy posted it on his status.
But
I don't need to. Please. It will help all of us to allow this to, because I am not the statement. If you tell me he didn't say it, fine, I will retract it.
No, that's not what we are saying. We are just saying.
So it was on his, it was on his social media page or his status. Where
it was on his status. It's WhatsApp. What I'm trying to tell you, you have already given them assurance that when it comes to unleashing mayhem, they are experts. So what is your problem? You sit here and you tell me that you are better. I was old enough to remember what happened in 2009. If you care to know, you see the Adome Bridge. These people blocked it. And before you pass from Okujetu's constituency, what's the name? Atimpoku.
Okay.
They will make sure that if you're an NPP person, they know over the Young Pass. 2009. Toilets. Keys. People were chased. So I'm lost when they say he's better. Again, let me come on this. My brother is talking about political campaign parties not being able to fulfill political promise. Not your main political promise, like the 24-hour economy promise. The main message for this election was the 24-hour economy, like 2016, which was the free exchanges. Is that not it? In 2009, 2008, the NDC major political promise, social contract with the people, was to give them what I told him. It is not any other. They went into the election, campaign on the what is it, one-time premium. That was their main political promise. So when you fail on it, don't come and depart and say that you cannot. If I want to go into the things, if I bring you the things you promised that you didn't deliver, you'll be shocked. Now, we are talking about turnout. You asked him. He said, Dr. Baumia feels that because we didn't do things right, which I have said here, that's why I'm calling those who led us into the campaign to even drop from. We are all acknowledging that we did not do things right. And the records show that the vote you got in 2020, you didn't make any gains. You didn't increase anything. When he was coming to diffuse, I was hoping he was going to tell us that, oh, we moved from 6.2 to maybe 6.5, which is not the case. It is true. You can also not say it is true that the major stronghold of the New Patriotic Party had a lower turnout. It is true. You cannot discount it. You cannot refuse it. Okay?
But there's a reason for that.
That is what...
And the party has to take responsibility.
I've mentioned this thing here. I have mentioned, and I've gone on to tell, look, if you ask a polling station executive who is looking for a job under administration for 8 years to pay you money before you give that person a job, will you go back to that same person to go and campaign? I have told you that we shot ourselves in the foot. That doesn't mean that you did something extra. And let me tell you, the good thing is that all those number of people who sat back, who didn't vote, who didn't go out, they are watching you. Today, we have given you the mandate. And to start with your attacks on the street, they are watching. Okay? So you have a major tax. And let me tell you, please, tell President-elect John Mahama, from 7th January, NPP people will support you to deal with anybody who misbehave in Akufo-Addo's government. We will support them.
From when?
Oh, from 7th January.
Okay.
As soon as he takes office, listen, let me say, bring your cameras. Anybody who was appointed by Akufo-Addo in his government, who has misbehaved, who has a record of causing anything they call, there's a great loot operation, ORA. What's
Operation Recover the Loot.
please, this one, we will support you. From the NPP, the real NPP people, we will support you. Okay? That one, don't worry. We are not like the NDC who troop on the street with our people to go and stop people who've caused. We will support you. We won't do that because this is our Ghana. Okay? We don't have any other Ghana. That is the reason why, for the first time in the history of Ghana, under this Fourth Republic, less than 24 hours, our presidential candidate came out to concede defeat because for the peace of this nation. For that same peace, if there is anybody within the NPP stock who misconducted himself in his time in office, please, we will support you.
All right.
Make
So,
sure that
the NPP supports the operation Recover the Loot?
if you have loot, if there's evidence, if there's everything to show that you, when you are given the opportunity, you misbehave yourself, do you expect the NPP political party to come and then do what?
All right.
That is why I'm saying that we will support them. That
Okay.
one, he has no problem.
Perfect.
Okay.
However, we can also promise them that we will hold them to account. That one, they should not, look, let me tell you, the holidays they are looking for, there's no holidays. They have told us that people are hungry. So John Mama don't have 1 year holiday, what he's asking for. That 6 months he's not going to do whatever, economic dialogue, to now think about what to do. Please, that one we can promise him. We can assure him that he is not going to have it. Again,
Okay, yeah, please,
let
your
me
time.
tell-
No, your time. We work with
please,
time,
I'm
I beg
begging
you. No, you've spoken for
give me this.
about
Please.
8 minutes
Oh,
now.
I sat here. I listened to my brother.
No,
I'm coming.
I time it too.
Now,
I
yeah,
time
so wrap
everything.
up
So you
for us.
me.
Listen to, I like my brother's tone. I like his demeanor. But he should say this to their friends, Kevin Taylor and co. We've listened to their voices. What's the name? Your sister station. The one on Onuya TV. Yesterday, I was listening to the spokesperson for your youth campaign, the doctor, something, I've forgotten his name. You should go and listen to the kind of things they are telling their members. Let me tell you, Ghana, we have gone past bullying people. We have gone past that. You cannot tell people that they cannot come out and speak. We have gone past it. So we can promise them, no amount of threat you put out there that will let people, no, it won't work.
All right.
You should be ready that Ghanaians and the MPP will hold you accountable.
All
Okay.
right, thank you very much.
You see,
Adele.
when you're calling for peace and you say things like this, you only make it worse. I'm coming. The reason why I'm saying this is because we are calling our people to order. It is not for you to now come and then, you try to say things that will provoke people.
Like?
Listen to me, bro. We all want peace, right? You want peace.
Exactly.
Okay. So
That's why I said that even our people who
chill.
misbehave,
Bro,
go after them.
Bro,
Is that
chill.
not the peace
Listen,
process?
no problem. Listen.
Our candidate gave you in less than 12 hours. He said, I have conceded defeat.
Okay.
Is that not part of the peace building process?
You let me flow.
Is it holding your government accountable that will make that there's no going to be peace?
You see, when you want, if you truly, sincerely from your heart want peace,
Yes.
you don't go around this tangent.
Because what did I say wrong?
You don't.
That will hold the government accountable.
You wait. I just want Adele to make his point. Adele, make your point.
Do you want me to sit here and say, for example, after you speak, and sit here and say that not too long ago, before NDC even got into power, somebody went with tax and police officers to Metro TV to misbehave. Somebody has gone somewhere and journalists were being misbehaved. Do you want me to sit here and say that, not too long ago, when you even speak, they will come and carry you and then go and deal with you? That is not. What happened to Asari Donko on this Galamsey issue? Tax from your party. Don't let us go there.
All right, gentlemen, hold on. Adele, hold on. What we want everybody to know is that we are condemning whatever is happening out there.
If you go back and forth,
we are not going to take a look at what's happened in 2006, what happened in 2016, what happened in 2008. We don't want to take a look at that. Let's take a look at how do we stop. Yeah, please hold on. How do we stop what is happening now? How do we stop the people from going out there and destroying the taxpayers? taxpayers, our property. How do we stop them? How do we actually put some sort of fire on the Ghana Police Service to go ahead and arrest and prosecute? That is the most important thing. We need peace. We need to stop these gentlemen. And I'm saying
that's a collective
we
call.
are stopping you. Gentlemen, we are condemning your actions, and whatever consequence you will face, we don't care what party you belong to, you will face those consequences.
Okay, so gentlemen, so I want us to look at the transition team pretty short because the Peace Council has spoken about it, so we can stay away from that. Now, the president-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has appointed members of the 2024 transition team, and it says the press that was put out there, it says His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, president-elect of the Republic of Ghana, has, in accordance with the provisions of the Presidential Transition Act 2012, Act 845, appointed the following personalities as members of the 2024 transition team. Now, the appointed members of the joint transition team are as follows. It has Honorable Julius Deborah as co-chairperson. It has Honorable Johnson Esiedu Ketu as member. It has Honorable Fifi Kwete as member. Dr. Callisto Samahama is in there as member, secretary to the transition team. Dr. Valerie Sawyer is also there as member. Professor Kwame Ahoy is a member. Honorable Dr. Kesola Tuforsen is also there as a member. Honorable Mahama Ayariga is there as a member. Honorable Gusitano is also there as a member. Dr. Edward Omane Buama is also there as a member. So that is from the part of the NDC. Now, His Excellency also appointed the following people to also be part of the NPP. And over there, we have the head of the presidential staff appointed under the Presidential Office Act 1993, Act 463 as Chief of Staff, Honorable Akosia Frema of Asai Opare. Over there, it's got the Attorney General Yaw Yeboah also there, Minister responsible for Presidential Affairs, Honorable Osechi Mensah Bonsu is also there. Minister responsible for Finance is there, Honorable Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam is also there. Minister for Interior, Honorable Henry Korte is there. Minister for Defense is there, Dominic Intiwul. Minister for Foreign Affairs, Shelley Ayoko Boche is there. We have Minister for Local Government, Martin Ejeyi Mensah Kosa is also there as well. National Security Minister, Albert Kandapa is also there as well. In addition, they've mentioned a few others that are also supporting. The head of Civil Service, Dr. Evans Ari, the head of Local Government Service, Dr. Nana Ato Arthur. We have also over there the Secretary to the Cabinet, Ambassador Mercy, Deborah Kakari is also there as well. The National Security Coordinator, Mr. Edward Asmeni, is also over there. So these are the team that are making up for both sides in terms of the transition team. How seamless is this going to be? I understand that both parties have sat, they've discussed how they want to move on and all that, but with these personalities involved, how seamless are we going to see this transition?
Can I?
Oh, yeah, maybe you
All
can.
right. Thank you, KMJ. Let me commend the president-elect for the list. In fact, when I saw it, I was impressed.
The list that he has from his side, right?
Yes.
Some of the names were a surprise to you?
Yes. Very.
Which names exactly?
Gusitano.
Okay.
Then
Ahoy?
Ahoy didn't surprise because when you look at local governments and expert, he's one of the best you can find around. So, but for Gusi has been at the background for a long time. Yeah. So seeing Gusi in fact, and then the co-chair,
Julius Deborah.
Yes, Honorable Julius Deborah. You know, he was the
Chief of Staff.
Chief of Staff.
Yeah.
So he was part of the transition team that handover
over to the NPP.
So maintaining him, in fact, is a good thing. And then he's tried to bring some of his party executives. You know, Esiedu Ketia has left the executive for a long time. You remember Esiedu Ketia was a member of parliament. I don't know if you are aware. Yes, and after leaving the executive for a long time, he's been solely involved with party activity. Yeah. So bringing somebody like, for Fifi, he's been around, he was a minister, so bringing somebody like Esiedu Ketia into the transition team, I think is a good thing. And then Omane Buama, a good, in fact. So I think it's a solid team the president-elect has putting out there. With respect to the government, those who are supposed to be are those there, because you need the chief of staff, you need the attorney general, you need the local government minister, you need the finance minister, you need foreign affairs minister, because these are the things we are transferring, these are the things that's what they are going to talk about. So I think that basically people who are supposed to be there, they are there. But you cannot have a transition thing without a secretary to cabinet. So I think that, but for president-elect's choice of people, I think it also shows that he has really matured now and all that. So I want to commend him. What that we're looking for is that this distinguished senior citizens would come together and make the process seemingly peaceful, so that there will be smooth transition of power. Look, we are a beacon of democracy in Africa. We have shown time and without that Ghana, we have matured. We are talking about a more established system that ensures transparency in the electoral process. It is Ghana. So from now that, again, even the vote that the NDC has gotten should make it easier for us. I get it. Let them not try and do anything that will create some suspicion over there. They should declare all that they need to know. They should give everything to them so that we will have a more transparent process, so that we have our peace of mind going into it. I get it. And I'm also hoping that mostly those who've been given the opportunity, because when you go on the table and you have fixed arms, you won't be able, they should be flexible. They should be, and I know NPP and NDC are not enemies. It's just a transition of power. This one, from NPP to NDC, NPP to, it's been like that from 1992. NDC gave power to NPP in 2001. NPP gave power back to NDC in 2009. In 2017, NDC gave power to NPP. And 2025, NPP is giving power back to NDC. We've done this, and we have so much experience in it. What I am asking is that there should be that transparency. It's a key word in it. There should be that transparency in transferring power from the Akufo-Addo government to the Mahama government. Once that is done, we'll have our peace and then we'll go back to our lives.
Well said, Yaw. Adam?
Listening to Yaw brings me to something that I had indicated earlier. You see, he says that there has to be transparency. And when there's transparency, automatically what it means is that there's peace. There's no, because when people are thinking that, so for example, if a file is given to you on National Cathedral, and we know on authority that before this file was given to us, we know that when the Shraj did this investigation, it concluded that $56 million has actually been spent on National Cathedral. And then you hand over a file to me that says that the money that has been spent is $35 million. Certainly there's going to be a problem.
Oh, no, I think when he says transparency, he's trying to say that
exactly.
It's truthful and transparent.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm basically adding to what he's saying, that because without the transparency, then the problems, emerge, because then people will be questioning. Whatever it is that we know, just give it to us. Let us see it as it is. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama spoke to the president on starting this whole transition thing a bit earlier. Why? Because we know we don't have time. And we've made promises. And there's no, this is just 3 days. The man has barely slept. The last day, our last rally, he was coming from Kumasi. He landed, he was still sleeping. His last speech, if you have watched it, you would notice.
His eyes were half open.
Half opened,
All of us.
Okay, so extremely tired. Somebody would say, this is the time for him to take some 3 or 4 days just to cool off and all of that. The man says, no, there's no time to cool off. We need to get to work. So this is my team, Mr. President. I want this thing started as early as possible. Let's do it. I am excited about the fact that the president has admitted to it, and then something is going to happen. The mandate that has been given to the president, His Excellency President-elect John Dramani Mahama, is a resounding victory, and I keep saying this. Earlier on, I didn't want to really go into the nitty-gritties of it, but Rosalie, in 2020, the voter turnout was 79%. 6 million of 79% is not the same as 6 million of 61%. This year's election, the turnout was 61%. If you want to look at it in terms of, numbers, you cannot compare 79% turnout in 2020 to a 61% turnout when we've been able to maintain still 6 million plus. Because you see, the voter turnout problem was nationwide. He acknowledging this. In voter region, we had issues. In fact, during the day of the election, in the afternoon, if I have a preview to show you, I'm coming. No. I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why he has. No, I'm telling you why.
My brother.
He sees the urgency in doing that. It's related, though.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Nothing in this country is not related.
It's related.
Rosa, you understand? On the day of election,
you're on the table with Yahoo. This is your brother Yahoo.
On the day of the elections, if I have the privilege to show you what we national communicators were saying on our national platform regarding voter region, some of the people who were even speaking, if I tell you, Urebeho. Hey, so what are our people doing? They won't come out. It's everywhere. The voter turnout was everywhere. But bottom line, 6 million of 61% is a resounding one. You cannot compare the 6 million to 79%. He's come to that conclusion that the people of Ghana has reposed a certain confidence in him. That confidence that was given to his successor Akufo-Addo in 2016. What we're trying to do is that we're trying as much as possible to not let it get into our heads. Because immediately it gets into your head. And
that'll be disastrous.
And you start thinking, if you take NPP's 2016 vote margin and you take their 2020 vote margin and you even put it together, what John Mahama got right now is still far more than that. The moment that still starts to get into your head, and then you start cooling off, relaxing, and then the arrogance sets in, then the pride sets in, and then this morning when my brother speaks, I'll tell him, you're doing opposition. It's not
that conversation gradually will be setting in. Maybe in a couple of months.
Listen.
It might not be you. No, because KMJ, people like you understand what it means to be.
KMJ, for them, it is deliberate. Do you know why? Let me give a typical example. You get it. I said I just entered the studio, and I came to meet Yaw. Standing here, muscled. And then Sheila on one side, standing here, you know? Petite. Yaw, see in Jan Rombono. You've held Sheila, stop. Rosalie and I are holding Yaw Jai. And then Sheila is standing on the end. What can you do? You know, what you do is that you end up making him more angry. And then he wants to attack.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do to us. So they know what they have done to us is bad. They know the people of Ghana are upset. But they will deliberately sit on set and make it look like they've done nothing. So that when he starts like that, and I go like, why are you talking? Stop talking. What are you doing? You just left power. We won't toe that line with you. If you want to shout. At the end of the day, what's the
NDC have a lot of holding back.
No. We have a lot of holding back.
In the next 4 years, you have a lot of restraints.
We will do. We have to. It is necessary because our survival depends on it. The people of Ghana would not forgive us if we come back to act the same way. You know, when they won power in 2016, going forward, you can tell. Look at how K.T. Amon speaks. Yeah, someone said, look at the Chapamesa when he sits on set and he wants to speak it. You know, look how they speak. We will not go on that tangent. If you want, come and say John Mahama is a villager. If you want, come and sit on set and say whatever you want to say.
At the end of the day, talk about posture, we won't end here. You said, let's have a more transparent transition. Let's hand over.
You're taking my time too. You're not taking my time. You're not taking my time.
The Constitution.
You're taking my time. Okay, let's read messages. We are reading messages. We are reading messages.
Let me read a few messages that have come in. Yes.
Help us get some of your
messages. There are a few messages that have come in. Of course, we know our people at home are always sending us messages, and thank you so much. If you haven't sent in your message, well, now you can still send it in on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. Want to hear from you what your take on our election outcome is. Are you happy? Or you think that just like Yaw was saying, for Ghanaians, they were just the NPP party members, not Ghanaians in the whole or in general. The NPP party members were not too happy with regards to how their leadership treated them. Okay, so this one says that, good morning, Rosalind. When will you invite Benghazi? Oh, Benghazi will come. He's a good friend of mine. I couldn't even share that video. He says, I mean that NPP guy who said he was going to set himself ablaze on set because they thought they had the national security on their side. He sat on your show and bragged to crush Ghanaians during the elections. Now that their Reagan plan did not work, they now see their smoothness level. Invite Benghazi to your show and I'll bring the petrol and the lighter myself. We thank God for bringing back Trump Dramani Mahama. Rosalind, we won the elections because we didn't heed your advice of going to sleep after voting. This Moat inside, I said, hey, Moat, so you're telling me that you didn't heed my advice.
Benjo, you see, I sent a message, Benjo, how are you doing?
But he's come out to apologize.
Oh, man.
He's come out to apologize. But he says he's sorry. Forgive him. Forgive him, Ghanaians. Forgive him. All right, so this one says, I watched the president-elect condemn the act of looting by members of NDC and the call for the current president to act decisively. I must say, so far, so good. We are watching. All right, so this one says, Good morning, Rosalind. Are these statements familiar? Show your weapons. The policeman and military officer's term is contemporaneous to the end of term of the NPP party. No one can inflict more violence than the NDC. We have a revolutionary route. We don't want the military anywhere near the polling stations. They are trigger happy, etc. The police is not professional enough, etc. Do you remember how Ralph and his team provoked the police and they looked on? You, the media, have whitewashed every action of the Ghana, so much so that they have been reduced to toothless bulldogs. Violence everywhere by NDC thugs. Here in Takrady, they messed up the EC offices, burning tires and threatening officials of the EC. How can there be free and fair elections? The media is mute on all the violence effects. Go back and play the things the media said on killings that happened when these same thugs wanted to attack the EC Coalition Center. My darling, I don't know your name, but one thing I'll say for sure is that if you watch the show this morning and you have watched it through and through, you realize that we on Prime Morning have condemned this act. Thank you very much. This one says, good morning, Rosie and KMJ. Ghana have won. Let's move forward and let peace prevail. Adele, what a good communicator. In fact, you guys worked hard and deserve the victory. But remember now, you people should remove the e-levy and respect us. Don't be rude like Miracle Abuaje. Gosh, that guy made most of us vote against the NPP. And when the president was ordering the chiefs to stand up and greet him as so authoritative, President Akufo-Addo destroyed the NPP party and they deserve the loss. Better luck next time. Letitia Ayombil inside Tema. Okay, this one says, good morning, Rosalind. Ghanaians are very happy with the change and let's pray for wisdom, strength for the new administration in order that Ghana works again. Secondly, I condemn the vandalism and lawlessness going on currently. Emmanuel from Dome. This one says, hey, is that Adele talking this way today? His posturing today has changed. So can he speak calmly like this? Congratulations, my brother. You guys did a great work, but we are only lending the presidency to you for only 4 years. We'll come back stronger. Master Planner, Junior Kintampo. Master Planner, Adele has always been calm, you know. Adele has been one of the most calm.
He went from what he showed them.
In any case, the war is over. What am I saying? We are not fighting.
We are not fighting.
The war is over.
Friends.
Yeah,
good morning, Joy Prime. Please don't be fooled by the cock and bull stories of the NPP spin doctors. According to a security expert, the burning of office can be done by NPP thugs to destroy evidence of corruption. In 2008, the office of Akufo-Addo was torched as soon as he lost the election. Secondly, Akufo-Addo has armed his party thugs with guns and military uniform to shoot. You see, unfortunately, I won't finish reading this because you don't have proof to it, and I'm not going to finish reading it. Once there's something going on and we are condemning it, we are condemning it. Okay, so this one says, good morning, Rosalind. Please let your team look for Freddie Blade's video and watch and listen to. No, we are past that. Listen, whatever happened in 2016, whatever happened in 2008, whatever happened in 2000,
Wrong is wrong.
Wrong is wrong. We will not accept it. I'm sorry. So if you're sending me messages, please go ahead and send us the right message. Let's condemn wrong. Let's not condone it and back it with certain things that happened in the past. I'm sorry. My ward had to send an A4 ream sheet, 1 pack of marker pen, etc. for tutors to teach under the free education. Oh, wow. Really?
Oh, if you watch the Education Watch report, it's...
Okay, so this one says that, good morning, Rosalind. Ghanaians have decided, and let it be congratulations to the president-elect, John Dramani Mahama. I can see a clear practice of democracy because in some countries, people will win elections with a 99.99%, which to me is not democracy. Ghana is going to have a new face. At least let there be change. I am Lambert. Oh, Lambert from Cameroon. Okay, he says, hello, Rosalind. The Iron Lady destroying state properties and state institutions is an illegal issue and cannot solve any problem because it is the Ghanaian taxpayers' money. Those doing that, I think the law should be applied to them. It's too bad. Lambert, we do agree with you. This one says, hi, good morning. I voted against the NPP because anytime we complain, they say free SHS. Our roads are bad, free SHS. The economy is hard, free SHS. Taxes are too much, free SHS, etc. Nana and Baumia made Ghanaians too angry and hence their defeat. I wasn't surprised to hear the results from the Boko area. Akara Primary School Polling Station A, NPP 0, NDC 327. Polling Station B, NPP 0, NDC 353. This result was due to Boko conflict. I've been wearing white since NDC won. God bless JDM. Okay. So, hi, good morning. I'm Lena from Lower Menya Krobo. The free SHS that the NPP government brought is symbol. Okay, I think you are trying to say it's in shambles. Okay, free SHS students were so hungry to the extent some of them came out begging for onion, pepper, and ginger to cook because there was no food and they were hungry. Wow. Okay, let me go back to the top. Good morning, Roslyn. Please, anybody who tells you the Ashantis didn't vote is lying. Ashantis voted. There's nothing like a low voter turnout. My darling, there is low voter turnout. It was 35%. There was a huge low voter turnout. Now, in 2020, there was an 2016, there was an 85% voter turnout in the Ashanti region. And this time around, it dropped to 35%.
As a 75, they promised anyway.
They didn't get this time.
Well, as for Napo, Napo
is 85%.
Napo,
The Ashanti region, which
You want to introduce another?
we ended up at
Napo was.
No, it's just reference to
After that, what? I think it was not fit to be the role.
It's just reference to the comment.
We are doing news to
Yeah, it was supposed to have been an 85%, as promised.
Yeah, let him hear this
And we ended up what?
Let him hear this one. Napo was planted to frustrate Baumia. When Baumia goes and gets 10 points, then Napo can take away 4. He gets 10 points, then Napo will take 3.
By who?
The day he was conceding defeat, Napo was not even there. What? Did you see him?
Good morning. As a Ghanaian, I do not think we should be rejoicing currently, but rather begin to look forward to what this current government have in their pocket for us and how this change will affect us positively. Okay, that's a good one, I must say. We are all looking for a positive one. Good morning. Tell the NPP member to
No, keep him quiet here. You understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
You're not giving
You people should also calm down with us. Calm down with us.
All right,
Let's do it
so this
together.
one says, good to see you back, KMJ. NDC members have set a precedent by destroying public properties and invading offices to the extent of sending guns to the regional collation centers at Accra. Worst of all, they have threatened to destroy Akufo-Addo's statue in Takoradi. We'll be waiting for them. Very soon, it will be house-to-house attack. No, it will not be house-to-house.
Let's not get there, my brother.
It's never going to get there. It's never going to get there. Hey, good morning. Adele has really calmed himself. Really admire his consciousness, and he didn't let the wind take over him. Swala from Jack Kumasi. Adele, you do have some, viewers who love you.
He went on the body shielding. So people that saw him, they were confusing him to be an NDC communicator, NDC cat. But my brother, he's always cat.
Good morning, Rosalie. Honestly, it would have been very disturbing or irritating to see you reading the news and be like the Vice President, Napo Matthew Opoku-Pepe. Oh, but why are you like this? Please, my people,
Trolling
don't do that. Don't do that.
A little chaffing is allowed.
All right, so have I read this? Okay, you already sent one. So this one says, okay, I'm trying as much as possible to read discerning messages. If your messages are not discerning, I'm sorry, I'll not read it. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Beautiful Roslyn, you have been missed. Oh, I've missed you too. Let me congratulate the NDC for their massive win, which gives Ghanaians second independence. But we want to make it clear to the NDC that we expect much from them. Otherwise, they should have in mind of 2028.
We know.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning, host. What my NPP brother is saying is 200% from the constituency's executives to appointees like NDCs. We're so arrogant towards grassroots supporters, but some don't have this Okay, your English I'm struggling to read. So, some don't have son who's a voter. Example is the Upper West Region, MMDCs, that's what you're trying to say, we understand. Motorbikes that were given to them to support grassroots party members were kept in their houses. Oh, wow. So what Yaw is saying is really, really true. Good morning. Please tell the NDC man that politics is over. Ishak from Wa, it's over,
Actually, yes.
All right, so this one is quite interesting. This one says, I don't see JDM happy. Why? Since Sunday. A while, good morning, Ishmael Opare. Okay.
No, he's just overwhelmed.
He's overwhelmed, eh?
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Good morning to Adele. What the NPP man is saying is very true. You call some of them and they won't pick their calls. Kubila inside Tamale. Hey, and this thing was really, really serious. Yes.
The coming days.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, okay, so this one says, Roslyn, good morning and congratulations to you too. It's a great day for Ghana and many are celebrating the prospects of a new era under John Mahama's leadership. His campaign message of resetting the country resonated with many, and there's optimism that he'll bring about positive change, particularly in institutions like the Judiciary and Electoral Commission. It's also wonderful to see appreciation for Adele's efforts as a communicator and his dedication to the NDC. His hard work hasn't gone unnoticed, and it's clear that his passion for the party's ideals has inspired many. Let's keep our fingers crossed for a brighter future for Ghana. This from Donma Karim, KJB OT. Honorable Akisme has sent a message after a very long time. He says, are you called to all? My advice to President-elect John Mahama and especially Honorable Bright Asamoah Brefo is to avoid listening to gossip if they want to maintain their seats. People will always come to spread rumors and gossip, which can lead to favoritism and neglect of others. To truly serve the people, especially those in Bibiani, Ahraso, is it Ahraso? Ahriaso Bekwai, they must treat all Ghanaians with fairness and respect. Remember, the way you treat people will come back to you, just like the rain and sunshine. Hi, Roslyn, please, where is the majority leader of NPP not part of transitional's team? You see, they now need experienced people. And where is Napo?
Oh, boy.
Okay, so this one says, okay, she says, I don't know if the platform is the one for this morning Joy show, but I wish to contribute to the message being read here.
You are the right place.
All right, you are the right place. I voted against NPP primarily because of the persistent abuse and insult to the intelligence of the Ghanaian people. Ajua Safwa, impersonated by another in parliament, making money out of Galamsey at the detriment of people's health, so-called free SHS with poor feeding and accommodation leading to students not being monitored and developing ill health, as well as buying questions from WAEC to give false pretense of quality education. The family and friends menace, state of the dollar, failed promises, example, one fisherman, one ocean. Who said one fisherman, one ocean? Positions given only to people they know and not by merit, paying as high as 3,000 Ghana cedis to secure a job, etc.
30,000, you didn't say it well.
Is it 30,000? You paid 30,000? And you also paid? I think the highest I've heard is 10,000. I haven't heard of 30,000. Refusing to go out there to vote is a vote against your party. Hey, Patrick, we are finished voting. Hey, Patrick. This one is copy and paste. Good morning, host. The party who wanted power more than anything is in now. John Mahama should perform well and advise his members to stop their discombobulated attitude on how they have started looting state properties anyhow. Sunyani. Morning, Rosen. I have a question. Why were we told the military won't be present at the polling stations, but they showed up? Okay, I think we'll ask the police about it, the military about it. That is not for me to answer at all. And they didn't show up everywhere, some places. But definitely they'll speak to that later. Anyway, so KMJ?
Yeah, it had, but you see, the thing is that we're all looking at what is going to happen in the next 4 years, and everybody is ecstatic about the fact that we've got a president and we've got a sitting president who are both ready to make sure that we have a very beautiful transition, and that's what I think our focus should be on. I don't know how long it's going to last. before on the 7th of January where we have the swearing in and all that. So I am just praying that it gets way better than we're even looking at.
I'm sure it will.
Ghanaians have done something, and I want to commend the people of Ghana. Do you know the victory that they have given to the NDC is non-contestable?
Absolutely.
They have to test majority in parliament.
That's another part of the issues.
What it therefore means that currently all members of parliament of the New Patriotic Party are communicators. they are party communicators.
They are not MPs.
When you misbehave, if I'm lying, tell me. The NDC in parliament don't need them in any discourse. That's what I'm saying, that they are now party communicators. They are going to help us communicate. Because their votes are not needed. I am not.
Yaw is so upset with some of the party executives. It's not funny.
I am not. The NPP political party is so upset with everybody, from Akufo-Addo to the last person. And Ghanaians, they've done well. What it therefore means is that you have no excuse whatsoever. If you don't know, what Ghanaians, they don't want, like, they saw the 8th parliament, how chaotic it was, which retarded development. When people say Ghanaians are not discerning, it's not true.
Yeah.
This is the most discerning community in West Africa. They saw how the 137 plus the independent candidate create a lot of confusion, misunderstanding that did not...
They hang parliaments and its issues and all that.
Help the developmental issues.
Yeah.
So this time around, they said, no, we will give an absolute power. So they voted and they've given to test majority to the NDC. What means that all the things my brother sat here and mentioned, you don't need NPP talking about e-levy. You just go 7th January, that day, you have the majority. So you don't come back and say, NINA. You go to parliament, majority, you cancel e-levy.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
You go to parliament, betting tax, you cancel it. Everything the NDC has promised, they have given you the mandate to do it.
Yeah. You wanted the executive, they gave you the executive. You wanted the...
So we don't... Please.
You wanted parliament, they gave you parliament as well. The legislature.
They have given so much so that you don't come and say, MPP is warning us in parliament that we are not able to do this ABC. No, Ghanaians don't want to hear that.
All right, Yaw.
And now, my colleagues, members of parliament, who are going to help us in the
we're concluding,
program,
so maybe
that
should be part of concluding.
Let's be so reasonable enough to go back to our members and apologize to them. To conclude, I would want to use this opportunity to apologize on behalf of the government and that of the party for our abysmal performance in the December 7th election. It is not over for the New Patriotic Party. It gives us a reason and cause to regroup, reorganize, and build a party we all want. Honorable Ejako has put in a statement out there, which is encouraging us. This is rather a good omen for us to rethink about our tradition. Either we are same UP or we have metamorphosis into something we don't want. I am not sure we have metamorphosis to something we don't want. Rather, this defeat has brought us to a point where we would have to reassemble and replan how going forward we're going to manage our party. To the woman on the market, those on the street, those in the schools, even those at the hospitals and co, would want to apologize that we didn't meet the expectation. However, we'll still need you to come on board and help the New Patriotic Party to re-strategize and replan. And to the outgoing National Executive, please. And then from constituency to National Executive, you do us a lot of good to step aside and let, if the need be, let's have early elections, because our constitution do not allow you to hand over to the National Council which the national chairman is the chairman of that council.
All right. Thank you so
please,
much, Yaw.
we would need you to quickly, as a matter of urgency, plan a new election so that you feel, and don't put yourself up for election.
All right.
Step aside so the new crop of leaders
will take over. Right. All right. Thank you very much, Yaw. All right. So, Adele, conclusion?
It's a beautiful victory. And I agree with Yaw when he says that the NDC doesn't have an excuse. Truth is, we don't have an excuse. Yeah. We've been given majority. We have parliament, you know, 2/3. I mean, if we want to get up tomorrow morning and do constitutional review, we can get it done. Exactly. This should be conversations we're supposed to start having because we all admit that this constitution has, you know, overlived its usefulness. There are certain things that were placed exactly. At the time this constitution was actually set up, there were things that it needed to cure. Those things are history, and we need to really look at it and then, you know, turn the country upside down. What I want to say to all NDC supporters and to all those who have actually followed us to this point, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the encouragement. To all those of you who would call me, you know, after almost every single show, you guys should keep soldiering on. I remember at KMJ, immediately we lost power in 2016. Then there were a lot of people who were saying, okay, this is the time to go back and sleep. And I said, no, we are not sleeping. We have to continue. And then we did all the way to 2020. We lost again. We did all the way to 2024. Today, inshallah, we are done. Makaru wa makarallah. While you plan, Allah plans. And the best of planners is Allah. So we thank you very much. We love you all, the people of Ghana. We're one family. We're one family. Myself and Yaw, look at us. We're one family. Our father is one. Our mother is different. You know, we are siblings.
But I just want to know, now that you have 2/3 of Parliament, with regards to what happened in court, you know, are you going to overturn it?
You know, there are conversations happening. So we are waiting for Parliament to be recalled, so that when we get there, we'll see whether they will still be shouting. I think they'll be shouting. I'm majority. I'm majority.
But that's on the lighter side, though.
You see, there's a Bible verse in the Chronicle, and I think that I should read it for us to translate it.
Trolling is allowed.
No. Let me read it. So it says, Second Chronicles chapter 33, verse 10.
Chronicle, you know, it's saying.
33.
Your new chronicle, whom I told me in part. So, yes, she translates that.
Chronicle, whom I told you,
listen, Chronicle is Bresusem.
Or Bra, Swine,
33, verse 10.
Oh,
Okay. And the Lord spoke to Manasseh. Manasseh no, but they will not listen. So they say, well,
anyway.
She's so mean, eh?
And this all time.
No, trolling is allowed.
Thanks so much for that this morning. Thank you so much. No, as for the trolling, no.
I wanted to troll Power this morning. And the guy didn't come.
No, he's not going to come for a long time. You know, but
1 week, just 1 week. I'm on my 1 week. Official.
Patrick has been always, you know, consistent in terms of how he feels about some of the
I know, right?
So,
I know.
You and him.
No, it was the last show with me and him.
Last week,
it was the last show. You understand?
Yeah. Papa said, I'll be back next week.
Oh, so now I understand.
Exactly. So I was looking for him today.
He was actually,
no, Patrick, you have to be here.
He came prepared for
Patrick. Was high.
I wish I had the footage to play.
My brother Pelgrim, they have mercy on him. His own is a double standard.
Parliamentary.
From the parliament.
So I beg you, my brother.
I know.
Yeah,
no, but honestly, Pelgrim, listen, I love you, bro. You know, I love you so much, you know. We're together.
Yeah.
They're
And
together.
you see, when NDC is in power, NPP is in power.
But let the parties begin.
We are
ready. We are ready for the parties. So let the parties begin.
No, they don't have money for that.
No, they don't do the parties. Bro,
Which money?
Don't do parties.
That's all who has started already. That's all who is on already.
Once again, very big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise for always having our back. And go to Franco Trading Enterprise for all your gadgets, whether mobile phones, televisions, or CCTV cameras. Just go to them. You can download the app on your phone to make things easy. There's so much traffic in town, so we say don't worry. Just download the app. It's Franco Trading app and purchase your gadgets, or you can visit us on www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still food prepare for you. Now we see Edua is telling us that Charlie, the thing she's going to talk about during trend check. I think that the pastors that prophesied. She's that.
Oh, I got that part.
It is a song that you gave into the
That woman, I don't understand. It's crazy.
She's a killer. She's a killer.
Oh, see. Paumia, I never be a missile.
And then TSA say, who was so? Then you pay now, you show me. And we pay me foot to man this for.
True.
There are a lot of physical fans around. And if you are not careful to decipher between who is lying to you
and who's being real,
you won't be able to even know your true people.
Yeah. I want to ask you, where's Paula Adumosu?
Hey,
on that note,
hey, what are some about where you 1 hour show?
Screen touching it. Yedikunim, Bahomia. President worship.
Rosemary, is that what you do? Is that what you do to your colleagues?
Allow
the NDC to control.
Allow the NDC to control.
It's the head of trolling.